Welcome and good night. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome, and to those that are out of my time zone. How can I get this cheese? I would like you to stay. $70.45. Okay, then. Welcome to the live. Welcome. I'm just looking for my thing here. Welcome, and remember, as you get in, Arthur, how are you doing? Ian, swings, how are you? Stephanie, how are you? Welcome. Welcome, welcome, welcome. And as you just get in, could you please just touch the thumbs up button and share with subscribe? Yeah. I am good, Ian. I am good, good, good. Good, good, good. Arthur, how you doing? I haven't seen you in a little while. I haven't seen you in a little while. How are you doing? Everything is good with you? I hope so. I hope everything is in good shape with you. Okay? Canada. Hoping it's up. Much love from Big Up Canada. My place. A part of my place. Big up all of those in Canada, and I have some relatives over there. Big them up. I have a daughter over there. If you're watching, big you up. Big up, big up, big up. Big up, Canada. I know you're going through the cold the same way. It's like there is no summer in sight. Never mind. Guess sometimes you got used to it, don't it? I'm sure you get used to it. Are you working hard? Okay. There's no easy work, my friend. You have never found a easy work. Have you ever heard anybody say, oh, the work is easy? Oh, no, it's not easy. It take one thing or another. It use brain power or it use the manual. Brain and manual. There's no easy work. So when you said work, we know it's hard, it's tiresome. Sometimes you feel like, what the hell am I going to work for? I feel like stay home. But then your life depends upon it, don't it? Yes. I'm Renver. Welcome. And you can use send blessings to my sister Shanice. Is that Shanice? Am I having it right? Shanice, your sister Copin. I hope I have it all right. Copin, it's up. Yes. Okay. Good, good, good. Your sister is requesting I send blessings to you in every shape and form. Big up, Shanice. Big up yourself. Love yourself. Invest in yourself. You understand that. All the blessings that is there to offer, you will be a part of it. Don't fail yourself now. Make yourself proud and make Cope Chopping proud. Okay? So big up yourself. And there is always an angel there for you. God always mention your name. So much, much big up. Michael, hello. How are you? Welcome to tonight's live. Welcome, welcome, welcome. And remember to touch the thumbs up button. And if you have not subscribed, please subscribe. Thank you very much. That's all the payment you got to do is to touch the thumbs up button. That's the payment. And subscribe. Okay? I am fiddling here with my laptop to get something done on it while I am on there. Okay? So, a big welcome to everyone that is tuning in just now. Welcome, welcome. And to those that are out there, what is the channel about? What is the channel about? This channel is about positivity positive, upward movements. We know that the negative have to have a part to play with the positive because they both work together. But we highlight the positive over the negative. Okay? Yes. Micah Hope. Oh. Hope. Hope. Faith is the substance of things hoped for and the evidence of things not seen. Okay? So this channel is about, if you just check on it, you'll see. You see a lot of pot running all over the place, cooking, everything. It is a content creating channel. That's what the channel is all about. Okay? It's a content creating channel. So we do our best, we put in our best, and we keep it as clean as possible. As clean and respectful as possible. We do not engage with the things that you don't get anything from, you know? Get a little laughter and then some other things swirling around in your head that, you know. In these days, you have to be positive and you got to be positive in all the outlook. Although the negative is there, but you got to be positive. And you got to be more positive than negative. If you don't do it that way, then what happens? You will have the negative override the positive, so you won't get any light. You know when you're stringing up the house? Yeah. The negative, which of them is the negative? The black wire and the red wire. So if you only use one, you ain't get any light in here. So you have to let them balance each other, but balance in a negative way, in a positive way. The comment section is where you exercise what you want to say positively. You know, clean content, clean content. Nothing for you to be saying, oh, why did the hell I listen to this? Clean content. So if you are going to respond in this comment section, you respond. You don't want nobody to be stepping on anybody. We don't want anybody to let anybody be hurt, you know. We try our best that that don't happen. We have to let people feel comfortable. You imagine you invite me at your house? Hmm. And if I came there and I'm uncomfortable, then I don't want to come back. No, because you didn't make me feel comfortable. You didn't make me feel welcome. So it doesn't, I'm not talking about the size of the house or the furnishing of the house. It's just where you go, you just want to be comfortable. Get it? Get it. Yes. And you will want to come back at all times because you heard something you want to come back. You saw something that you want to come back. You commented something that, you're getting a response to. So, yes, this is how this channel is being run. So, I thank you for tuning into this channel. If you were just passing by and stopped to see what is happening, this is what is happening over here. And we go from one to the next, from 0 to 100. Sometimes we are in the church door. Another time we are in the school door. Another we are, So yeah. Tonight we are speaking about gender and culture. But then I will sort of look at culture, and then next night I'll drop in a little of the gender and culture, because we know what gender is and we also know what culture is. But we talk a little about these things because sometimes we realize that people being abused in some sort of a way because of who they are, what they are, and their culture. You understand? And culture, we know, is a passed down thing from generation to generation. And you will hear people say, "Oh, my grandmother did this way," and our and and we find all of that. So we brought our culture. It's like when the Africans and the other countries or migrating or exodus to other countries, they brought their culture with them. They brought their way of worship with them. They brought the way of cooking with them, the type of food they cook, the way of how they eat, and all these things. And that's their culture. And no one should knock the other one's culture. We should embrace it, because if we have to leave from where we are, we have to embrace their culture. You understand? Sometimes we copied them too. Yeah, of course we do. Yeah, some persons go, I know the country I am from. There are so many persons. Every country copied the little island that I am from. Every country. Everywhere you go. Get up, stand up. Stand up for your right. Oh, who sang that? Bob Marley. I didn't know Bob Marley did. I didn't know Bob Marley. And many places you gone. See, so culture take from culture. Culture use culture to embrace their own monetary gain and all the rest of it. But we'll get that. We are getting into it. So I welcome you coming in. Okay, and if you have something to say, please don't be shy. Put it in the comment section. Just let it be that who saw it. It is not anything that, no derogatory, nothing, you know. Yeah. We have to learn to exist. We have to learn to live. Yes, we have to. Okay, I'll just go in the happy birthday. No, we are traveling, man. This month is moving away from us in a speedy way. It's like it is on the highway because we already reached the 14th day in the fourth month already. Can you imagine that? Can you imagine that? The month have just started and we almost middle the month already. So I tell you, that is so, that is so. So we are on to the 14th day of the fourth month of the year, and we are still celebrating. We are going down close to the crucifixion of Christ. We will be soon celebrating the crucifixion of our Lord and Savior that is given to us. I am coming. I'm just trying to get some things done here. This is giving me a bit of problem. And so let us now, for those that are celebrating their birthday, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. It is your birthday. Happy birthday to you. And this is your day. For we got. I don't remember that song. It's a nice little birthday song, whatever. So, the sort of a tradition to say, happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday to you, my dear, happy birthday. And so, happy birthday to everyone that are celebrating their birthday in this month, yesterday, today, and tomorrow. Have yourself a happy birthday. Have yourself one that you will not forget, because you won't see this birthday coming until next year, April again. So you gotta do what you gotta do for your birthday. For the little children that, out the candles, run around, ice cream, cake, bits and pieces of things, they are enjoying themselves. For you that have going through the 18s and going up to the 20s, now you got to look on your chart. Last year, what did you promise yourself? And this year, the birthday is here. Have you fulfilled the promise that you promised yourself? Did you do what you say you were going to do? Oh, I'm going to finish up school. I am going to do, and you're going to do. You are going through and moving up, that if you still lives with mom and dad, you're reaching to the place where you're ready to leave the nest. And when I say the nest, that's what it's time for you to go on your own. Oh, you're going to the university. When you're leaving university, you're looking to have your own apartment. Wow, your own car, your own friends, your own genre of friends, everything on your own. You make your own decisions. You are doing so much things. So you are going right into that. Some cannot wait to leave home. They just want to be free like a bird in the air. They just want to be flying. No mommy, no daddy to ask no question. They will have to pick up the phone and call and ask, "Hi Julie, how you doing? How are you doing?" And you said, "Oh mom, I was out with my friends. You want to go and enjoy yourself in a free atmosphere, don't it? But don't forget, whatever you did not get to do, whatever you do procrastinate on, pick up your pieces and get and do it. Because guess what? Opportunity comes but once. If you let these opportunities pass, you're going to have to wait a whole long. And they have the saying to say, opportunity, it's like a woman with ear at the front of her head. You can see some styles that cut, not even the mohawk, but there are some styles that is just right up here you have here. Around here, there is no ear, so no ear is from the back. So when you let the opportunity pass and you look around and saw opportunity and you go after it, there's nothing for you to hold. She's already passed. And that's what they equate opportunity to, like a woman that cuts the ear off her head and there is none at the back to hold on to. So let me tell you, all of you, whether you reach 20, 30, 40, up, going up 50, even 70, do what you have to do. Go after your dreams. Let no one stop you along the way. Okay? Let no one try to manipulate you. But go after your dreams. Set your paw in. You see the eagle? When you see all the paws, the claws are long, when he grabbed his prey, he held them firmly. He sunk his paws in them. So grab your opportunity and do what you have to do. And this is my encouragement to you. You may one day say, I went on that channel, I heard that person say so and so. Yes. Let your opportunity speaks for you. Do not drop the button, but run to the finishing line. Yes. Because you can only be a child once. The days are coming when somebody said, I'm doing hard work. You're going to say that too. I am tired. I don't even have time for myself. I can barely eat and get my shower and get going again because I am this, I am that, I am in and you are so many places, so many times. So enjoy your birthday. And my wishes for you: long life, prosperity, good health. And when you invest in yourself, cherish your health. And when you have good health, you know what will come? The wealth. Because if you have all the wealth and you don't have any health, then there's a part of you that is severed. Understand? Because you know what? Somebody else is going to enjoy the wealth for you. Yeah. So enjoy yourself now. Do what you have to do. That when you sat down and going through the roughness and the work and the whatever, you have already enjoyed yourself. Some of you is going off to say, okay, I will have to choose a wife. I need a girlfriend going into wife. I need a boyfriend going into husband. And all of this is on your plate. And of course, you know, when you start doing all of this, you're thinking about a family. So you're going to say, I need my own little family. Okay? So, what do you have to do, girls and boys, men and women? Do what do you have to do? Be yourself. Be yourself. I'm just trying to get this son of a gun here. Okay. It's not doing me any good. Right. So, yes, enjoy your birthday. Eat, drink, and be merry. And enjoy yourself. Enjoy yourself. Yes. For those that are out of my time zone, I know you're listening, I know you're watching. Maybe you're already into, today is on Monday, you're already into Tuesday, you're embarking upon the next day. Some is midnight already, some is going on to good morning, some is going on to good evening, some is going on to different part of the world, different time zone. So wherever you are, accept my greetings to you. Okay? Now, I was born in the island of Jamaica. Yes. I was grown up there. And as a child, you grew up to see a lot of things that you cannot even digest. You saw different fruits, you saw different food, you saw so many different things. And so you grew up. And of course, the persons that you are under their umbrella, that is growing, that is parenting you, they're going to show you things. Now in Jamaica, you have African because, as you know about the slave trade, there was a lot of you know about the slave trade, what the slave trade entails, and persons from different countries were taken and landed in different countries. Now, we are talking about the cultural part. It is gender and culture. And we so know that gender culture, what did I write here? Gender and culture. So just focus on how the culture connected, shape and influence the and on the understanding be interpreted as a gender role. But gender and culture is a very long and plenty one. So I'll just do culture tonight since I am just going to do like 1.5 hours if I have met it went so far. So I am just going to do one instead of doing two and part it up and do the rest of it next night. All right. So we grew up in a certain culture. And the culture is actually, it shapes us, right? The culture we have, it is being practiced. It is being passed down by our earlier generation. and it go through until it gets to us. When it gets to us, there is a lot of changes I've done to the culture, but nevertheless, there is a lot of it that still remains. Okay? All of you that are on the live tonight, you are from a different country, right? And your culture is different. The speaking is different, the action is different, the music is different, the cooking is different, the dressing is different. Everything about it is different, right? It is even that different that children, how they responded to their parent. Some say mama, some say dada, some say papa, and so many different from different way. Because this is the culture you grew up in. Culture is a real shared belief, the values and the practice of groups, of including language, art, laws, custom, and behavior. And so we speak about it a little bit. Now, back in the scripture, this little guy, something went wrong and his parents sent him to spend some time with his uncle Laban. And while he was there, he went there first and he saw his uncle two beautiful daughters, beautiful princesses they are. And what caused him to go back? Yes, he went back. But he went back with a request of one of his daughter. And the daughter that he wants is the youngest daughter. The culture then, the youngest do not get taken before the oldest. This is a culture. But in the poor guy's eyes, he weren't looking at it that way. I saw Rachel, and Rachel is who I love. She just looked like the right type of girl to be a wife. She's beautifully looking. All the curves are in the right places, and she just looked good. So he was not looking on the culture of the day, the family culture, what have passes down to them. All he was looking on, and this nice girl, wow. Ooh, if I only have this girl for my wife, we would make beautiful couples. Yeah. And so he went with his request to Laban. And Laban says, you got to work 7 years before you can get my daughter. We're talking about culture. There are times when what we saw now could not have happened then. Because what? You will go, now you can go to a party, and let me say you have your high school friend, boyfriend, girlfriend, and sometime it blossom into a bigger rose, Then you have to go and ask for the girl, they call them the damsel, hand in marriage. So you could not even touch that girl and you don't marry to her. It's one of the culture, don't it? Good morning. Back me up on this LAW. So he said you gotta work 7 years before you can get my daughter. which Laban did not say to him, Rachel cannot be taken before Leah. And because he wanted this girl so badly, so much, he just looked at her and looked at himself and he said, this is a couple together. And so he worked 7 years. That's their culture, don't it? Yeah. When he completed the 7 years, his uncle said to him, this is the rule, this is the culture, this is what we carries with us. The younger cannot be taken before the older. So you got to work 7 more years to get the older. And why you think he said he had to work? In those days, and coming on to, into the years coming down, you have to approach the parent and ask them for their daughter. Nobody is approaching the man. Well, I'm going to touch that part because I understand that there are countries that do otherwise in their culture. You have to work to show that you are capable of taking care of my child that you are taking out of my house. So if you are not a hard worker, a person who wants to work to take care of the lady and the upcoming children, that is Ian, okay, Ian, thank you again. You could not get that girl. That girl won't be your wife. So you have to prove to them that, yes, I will work to maintain my home. Because babies are going to come, hopefully. I will work to maintain my wife and my baby. So when Jacob reached him, said, okay then, Jacob, you're single? All right, never mind. There's someone out there for you. You get someone, never mind. So he in turn worked 14 years. So he had to marry to Leah first because Leah is the first one and Rachel the second one. So he ended up marrying the 2 sisters because the second was promised to him that he thought, so all of this, he did not have this in his head to say, oh, I'm going to end up with 2 sisters as my wife. No. But the promise was made to him and he took that promise and then he was disappointed. So he had to work 7 more years for the both of them. So 14 years in all. When they were leaving to get back home, they took their culture with them. Yes. So culture is a thing that it's passed down and it's used at from generation to generation. They have their little gods, their image that they put in their worship place. And they took that with them. So that's why it said here that culture, is a practice. So if you were born, and it goes from religion, it covers all of that. You will hear a lot of people said, I was born in a Baptist church. My parents were Baptist believers. Their parents were Baptist believers. Their parent, and it go way back when. and then it came back to you. And as a child, you were going to the Baptist church, and you grow up to be an adult, and you decided to be a Baptist. When we were going to school, we have this song, I am a Baptist, I am a Baptist, I am a Baptist till I die. I was born and raised in the Baptist, and I will die on the Baptist side. Yeah. The culture of the persons, and it carries on right down to the generation throughout generation throughout generation. Now, in the island of Jamaica, where I was born and grew, you know about the slave trade and all the rest of that. There are Africans that came to Jamaica. Jamaica is filled with pimento trees, especially a side of a part of Jamaica they call it Spice Grove. When you go there, you actually see no other tree but pimento trees. And this tells you that these were when they came, this was where they settled. So they brought their craft with them. They brought their culture. They brought their spices with them. And did we took on to it? Yes, we do. Pimento is a leading thing in the cooking. And pimento, you put it on rum and you do so much things with it. But this is their culture. This is what they came with. So nation or generation do not leave their culture. They travels with their culture. Their music were the drum, and they brought that with them. Their dance is even being copied. In the younger generation now, you may not see much of the dance because you know some of the dances on your head top, on your hand middle, on your foot, but some of the dances makes you wonder. They weren't dancing that way. And their music was like the trombone, the drum, which they rolls the drum. And they brought that with them. They also brought their religion beliefs with them. And in everywhere you go, every country and other country merge with the other country, they took their belief, they took their music, they took their cooking, they took their religion with them, culture. So we should not have seen other person's culture and try to downplay it. Is their culture. That is their culture. Look at the Indians. What the Indians were, sari. And anywhere they went, any country, they are taking their sari with them. They took their cooking with them. They use a lot of curry, a lot of spices, and curry is the top paramount of their things. They took it with them. You keep saying you want a girlfriend. Oh my God, you can get a girlfriend anywhere, anytime, anyhow. Just put yourself at the right place at the right time, anytime. Okay? You don't have to worry about a girlfriend. The women are many more than the men. Yeah. So you will get them. So the culture, and a lot of us, we share in the other person's culture. and enjoy the culture. Now you have the music in the culture. Um, what is it? The culture, what is it? It's a way of life that passed down through generation. Show the music. In those times, you have the flute, the trombone, the drum, the guitar, and I think this is the one that they call the flute. Yeah, I think that's the one they call the flute. And they came with their music, and they have their dance to it. And you look on, yes, and what we do, we copied it. So they brought their culture into our culture, and they shared our culture as well as we shared their culture. Food. They came with their way of cooking, just like, as I say before, everywhere of the world you can go, Jamaica and Jamaica culture is there. How did we get patois? I don't even quite sure. Because different people is saying different things and different derive and different what. But a lot of person love to listen to Jamaicans speak patois. They love to listen to hear Jamaicans say bamba clot. YouTube, that's not a strike, don't you? No. Right? So the loose language, they love to hear it. And you go anywhere and you ask them, the way you talk, they will ask you, oh, you are a Jamaican. Yes. Oh, I just listened to how you talk. I just listened to the accent that you have. That tells me you are a Jamaican. And wherever a Jamaican went, they took their culture with them. Look on my page. You will see blue drawers. We learned that from the older persons. And what is blue drawers? That's if it may be that somebody brought that in, and that is cornmeal, sugar, spice, wrapped in plantain or banana leaf and cook it. They also have rice that you put the rice in the banana leaf, wrap, tie, and cook. The music. I've been to Guatemala. And of course, inquisitive me. Not a matter of fact of inquisitive, but you want to know the place. You want to know where you are. I probe different places. And when I went into there, it's like an open market or so. The amount of red, green, and gold you saw there, the Rastafarian color. And when you look, you saw Bob Marley picture. And you saw something Jamaican on their clothing. That is in the store. And picking chats. They have never met Bob Marley. But guess what? Get up, stand up. Stand up for your right. Three little birdies sit by my doorstep singing song melody pure and clean. This is a message to you now. And they have that playing. But they don't know the icon. They don't know the person. Have you ever been to Jamaica? No, we don't know Jamaica. But the users the Jamaica to sell their goods. I went to Canada and I went in the store and I needed a package of cornmeal. And the package of cornmeal is put down there with the big capital Jamaica slashed across it at the front. And you pick up the package of cornmeal, and when I read it at the back, product of Canada. So you love Jamaica things and you went in, you are taking that up, you're not paying attention to the back. Product of Canada. Yet Jamaica is on there because this is what they use to sell their goods. And we talk about the culture. The culture is strong, very strong, right? The other day they were having African, they have a celebration like African wherever you come from every year. And I saw it where they said they are going to get rid of those celebrations because it causes gender difference. Everyone is just celebrating where they came from. The Diwali, and that's the Indians. They came to America and they fought until they get recognition that they have their day, the Diwali, that they celebrated. The African is in their African garb and everybody likes it. Right? So the culture, it helps you to socialize with other persons, other countries, other people. You socialize with them. You share in their culture and they share in your culture as well. You have one of the church that you call the Rapid Church. That's how we call them in Jamaica. Or the Pocomania Church. Or the, what other name is given to them? On the Rap, that's not a Jamaica thing, you know. That was brought into Jamaica. That was brought into Jamaica. But ask people now, they said it's in Jamaica. You have the Obia, which is another cultural thing. And it did not start in Jamaica. It was brought there. But you ask people, oh, Jamaicans believe in Obia. And you know what is the thing? Some years ago, the Prime Minister of Jamaica, they call it Obia. The next name, the sophisticated name is the soothsayer. If you went to Jamaica now, for those that were there practicing their Obia, who had to hide, they have to hide themselves from the government. The government opened the gate and invited in all the soothsayer Indians. Yeah. They brought in their culture just to make money. And the amount of Indians practicing, so no longer the Obia, according to how people put it. Because Indians are flood Jamaica with their their rituals with their thing. Sooner or later, Jamaicans are being gravitated and they're going to use their rituals, right? So this culture, it helps, it builds, it impacts people, it shapes people, and people understand the cohesiveness or the cohesions in the groups. So everywhere that is going, they are exodus from. They took their culture with them. And some of the time, it outweighs the culture of the country that you go. They have to stood tall and strong. There are times in Jamaica that you have the Indian parade. That's their culture. Their dressing. And they would have the use. When you saw a use, it's the Indians. Because that is what they brought there. And these things are coming from way back when. It doesn't just start here. And every person embraces their culture, their belief. This is what we believe in, and this is what we are embracing. Even in the eating, there is some places in Africa. I'm not I'm not quite sure if it's all the continents in Africa, but there are continents in Africa. They don't use knife and fork and spoon. They ate with their fingers. And anywhere they went, they took it with them. I went to a store, this Indian girl and I used to work, God Almighty. We call these people, no, they're not animals, please. They are not. Yeah, people call them animals, yeah. But I don't think they're so wrong, because we born with these. The other things are man-made. We are sure born with these. So we wash them and hit with them, you know? Yeah. So I don't know how much of the continent do all of it, but they hit with their hands. You have another set that they sit on the ground. We are talking about the culture, right? And if you look at their music, the way they dance, you have another set, same place in Africa. The things that they eat, that they consume, I wouldn't be walking anywhere near. But that's your culture. I don't know if there is an animal, creature, or insect that they haven't ate. When I saw those people, they ate monkeys. And I am like, oh my God. But that's their culture. That's what they knew. There are a part in Africa, because I read their things. The ladies have, and that's what they call them, beautiful. They call it lip plate. From the child, the babe is small, they cut out a gaping in the lip, and this thing is carefully made, and it is put in there. And you look at the young ladies with these things in their lip. And that's how the men go after them because those are beautiful girls. And I am seeing it as, oh, my God, which country is Africa in? Africa is not what country. Africa is a continent. Africa is one of the richest, yet one of the poorest in some places. So you heard about the gold and the this and the that. Yeah, in Africa. Africa carries so much tribes. The tribes down there, you have to be. And when I look at the ladies, even their ears, ladies, they put in herrings. They put in some plate things in there. And you look at the lip, and the bigger they get, the older they get, they well, there is some part they are getting civilized to that now. The lip is like this, with this big thing in it. And this is what the men say, oh, beautiful. And I am looking at it so damn fearful. Because I ask myself the question, how the hell you sleep with all these damn things, the sting in your lip and you're saying you're beautiful. But that's their culture. That's their culture. Right? And anywhere they go, anywhere, they are going to put their culture with them. So you saw Izu said they want a girlfriend. I would invite you to go down there and see how much of those girls you will love. It's a cultural thing. So you walk with your culture, you establish your culture because you must stand out quite different. Because that's our culture. The dressing, the food you eat, your dance, and then even looking at the Africans, look at their dance. And that is where you found that dance. Because try as you may, it's like you can't even make the move that they makes in their dancing pattern and what they use. Their drum, the drum, that's what they use, right? So culture is one thing that shapes if you take onto it and if you like it. Yeah. In a group, and I am going to teach you my thing, Adrian Escobar. Escobar. I am back. Thank you, madam. Yeah. Okay, thank you. Right? So this culture, it lives on from generation to generation. The older one up there coming right down. Now we reach into the in this century. Some of these things changes. Some is still upheld. Because we will see piercing. Look at piercing. Some person pierce every inch of their body. You look at them, you don't know because you're just having gold shining out. To do the drawing on the skin, I'm not quite sure. I would have to read to find out. Oh, the Egyptians. I think the Egyptians. Yeah. These cultures have persons look at it and said, okay, I need, and now it is called a tattoo. So the generation now, came in and they look at other things, some of the culture from way back when, from the great, 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 name the great, come down about 10 great, and they don't bother with it. Their clothing, how they wore their clothes. As I say before, then, you could not, you wouldn't have the nerve to walk up to a young lady and want to put your hands on her. It's a breach. No, you don't do it. I guess that is still upheld, although persons still, because nobody is really, some of them not crying out and crying out and, oh, you wouldn't do it. You have to came in and ask me for my daughter. And I look at you and do a good examination on the outer part and question you to know if you're going to mean well to my daughter. That still happen. The next part of a culture is the interrelationship. And you found that continue going on. There are places in Jamaica, and when I went there, these ladies, they are so beautiful. They look like they came from some other foreign land, and they're in the hills of Jamaica. But guess what? They are all intertwined. The uncle to the niece, the cousin to this one, and all of their children that is being born into. Wherever they came from. I was reading about them one time. I went there and I asked them some questions too. They told me where their background, where they are from. I don't remember now. The young ladies could not have left from their community or from where they are to anywhere else. Because this is the culture. You are not the, it's the royal culture. I used to call it the royal culture. And when you look at the ladies, the young girls, they are looking so good. But they are not allowed. You could not go there and say you're going to find a wife in there. No, not permitted. Well, I was dropped this piece in. One of the first, they start looking work and think there's some good. They went to school and they gone or something good. And when they went out, the first time they went out and they saw a nice young man out there, whether I'm young or in middle age or whatever it is. And they decided to say, yes, they don't get married yet. Yes, and they try out what is out there. That one came in and take time leading out the younger ones to find a man out there. But that's the culture. And it's not something where anybody raising any eyebrow about, because that's the culture. So nobody's quarreling it. Oh, why did you? It's your family. What? No. It's the culture. Hi, Monique. How are you? Big up yourself, Monique. Monique times. Big up, right? So this type of culture, every generation have their different culture. Could you please touch the thumbs up button for me, the thumbs up icon, and subscribe, like, and share things, right? Every generation coming down the line, they have their different culture. Every nation carries their different culture. So we have to just look at them and learn. Because go with my culture, they maybe would say, oh my God, but even the speaking outside of being um, linguistic, right? So this culture, it shapes people because some of this culture help you to snap out of where you are. You're fine, good, good, right? Some of this culture teaches you something that you didn't know, or the way you do it, it was done quite differently. So you uses the other person's culture. And we get back into the music part. Now you have reggae. Hmm. And first time when I was growing up, what dancehall and reggae and it came from being the trombone, the guitar, and the flute until they reach um, zoot box, or now it's like amplifier, whatever they're using that use now. But first time, and the men usually as music, they dress into their jacket and tie they wore to dance. And of course, their style with their felt hat, and watch the other style with a hook stick. And this is that's a culture. This is how they celebrated in their music. So they have the scissors steel jacket suit. Now when you look at it, who you look and now wore a suit to the dance. Not even the artists themselves. And they would sit with all those instruments, and they played the instrument and they danced. The dance now was so different. Yeah. And as I've said about Africa before, African, they walk with their culture. They don't leave their culture. A matter of fact, no nation left their culture. Especially if it is, and it doesn't even mind whether it's the older ones or the younger ones, because this is how you grew up. This is how you grew. The part of Africa that the ladies wear the lip plate. They call it the lip plate. The hole is cut out in the lip and they put in this thing and it keeps stretching the lip. It's stretched to the limit and they say they are beautiful. When they remove that lip plate, is a gaping in the lip. We are looking at our lip like this. Their lip stretch with a hole in it. And that's their culture. Yeah, that's their culture. You know? And look at their dance even today. Their dance is with the drum. Because tell you what, the drum is an instrument that speaks. They use the very drum and they send messages. In Jamaica, back in those times, when you have the Maroon, and the Maroon is the people them that, they move from here to there, their Exodus here and whatever. They Kojo and all of these guys. You have African, that wasn't it. They knew how to use the drum and speak with you over there. And then they have the other thing that is made from the cow horn that is called the abeng. And how they use it is if the enemies are invading them. So they can stay from afar and look out at sea and see that the enemy is coming. And they pick up their thing and they speak through it. So every man took cover. And they stay here and they use on the drum. And the drum is telling you something. That was in Jamaica when the English were hunting them like dogs hunting wild animals. But the English could not have understand why when they crept up on them, they could hardly catch them. Because what? They work on shift. They are like the watchman police. And they set themselves at a place where they can they look when the ship is coming in. And they knew the ship. So they use their abeng and they use their drum, and every man is being camouflaged. Yes, they get to capture some, but the majority. And all their traps that they set and everything that they set, they would get caught in it because they would hear the music playing and not knowing that is a message is being sent. You understand? It's like taking up the telephone. They didn't know. So therefore, they thought they are just playing the drum for celebration or for, their time and what. No, it is being played for other reasons behind it. So this culture, gender culture, the next live I'll do the gender, tonight I do the culture, right? Fashion, and we realize that most of the persons with their culture in fashion, I love the African prints. I just there's something about it that I love to see how, they adorn themselves. Yet, remember, there is a lot of continent, and every one of them do their different thing. So maybe Nigeria, when I look in Nigeria and look at their dress and their how they adorn themselves, I like it. But then you may just go to a next continent, and that's a different form of dressing. As somebody from Africa were showing us that they on I don't remember. It's not Ghana. I don't remember what that place name. But it was some tribes that lived there. And of course you gotta got your pass to go in. And he had to dress like them. He had to change off his pants and shirt. And what they have is just this slash across and a little thing over here. And they do not wear underwears. So you gotta took off that and dress like them to be there. That's another culture. You understand? So that's their dressing culture. So you will be going through and then you realize, oh my God. We are in the Western world. We saw it different. The first time we saw dresses, it's like the English, the old English. You look at the English show them, first time English show, and you saw how the ladies dress, then, and no matter if they are and they wear garters, and this is how they dress. So we would have looked at them and said, "Oh my God!" So first time England English ladies and the England men, you look at them how they dressed, comparing it now. But then we learned from it. Some grew to like it, and the seamstress they made a dress like that. And of course, the ladies usually have their jipper hat with the feather in it, and these are the ladies, you know, and the type of leather that they wore, the men, and so those are all the culture. But the whole thing intertwined, and some persons not letting go of their culture though. Don't matter how your culture look good, because our culture, this is our culture, and we have to keep the flames of our culture burning. Right? So they socialize, yeah, interaction with others. And that is so good. That is so good. So good. Right? So we have the culture passed down from generation to generation. Now we are wearing shoe. Some person never wore a shoe. And even to now, some places you go, they don't wear a shoe. Some places you go right, and I speak about Africa because there's so many things came out of Africa for you to learn and look at, and it make you wow, and there's so many things came out of Africa, right? You wonder, you have cannibals in Africa, yeah, okay, and these are all cultural things. This is what my great 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 grandfather and grandmother do. This was how they live. This is the type of living they do. This is the type of houses that they made. But as people has been going throughout, travels to other country, and they look at it and then say, okay, this is my culture, but I will have to really intertwine in your culture. So therefore, I will eat around the table. I learn to use the knife and fork. Sorry. I will learn to use the knife and fork. I learn to eat from the china ware and all these things. You know? And we are learning to cook on the gas range or on the electric range. Still see places in Africa. They still use their wood and fire, which I think sometimes is even better than the gas because holy cow. Wow. So it's a culture. We have like the Indians, you have worship. You have some persons worship different things. Some worship the river. Some worship the cow. Some different worship. So the religion in the culture, the living in the culture, the fashion in the culture, everything is there. Some will not change their culture, though. Not changing. But it's a good thing to know about their culture. It's a good thing to know, you study them and you understand where they're coming from. Even to know, there are some places that a pregnant woman, in those days, giving birth is not on your back and persons there attending to you. They would sit up. Yeah. And even to know, there are places that still practices this. Yeah. But then you have, you know, the West Indians, you have other persons going into these places, social workers and all these places, and bringing something to them. About 2 weeks ago, I was watching, somebody went into this place in Africa and they brought with them cola soda, Coca-Cola and Pepsi. I think it was Coca-Cola and Pepsi, those two types. And when he handed to them, they don't know it, they have never seen it. And he's saying to them, have it. Unscrewed. They didn't even know how to unscrew it. Some was trying to biting through the plastic. And I'm looking at this and I say, oh my God, look at this. Until one bright one, he uses knife and he cut the top of the bottle. And the cork is right there. The top is there for him to unscrew. And he cut the top and he tasted it. The next one we're saying to him, you sure it is good? And he tasted it, and about 20 of them come tasting the one bottle to say if it is good. See? So some will come to the light while some is going to stay where they are. We came to the light. We're using toothbrush and toothpaste. They don't do anything, and maybe they don't even have cavity. So, these things, because of the mixed culture and everything, you brought to them and they brought to us. So you take what you think you like. And if you love to listen to the music, oh yeah, you enjoy the music. So culture is a hell of a thing. Cultural. It's a big thing. It is not just as easily as all. Because if we should go back in time and look at, what happened, and to bring some of these persons to the light, until some of them that came to the light, they actually don't practice certain things again, because you have broken them with that culture. They will tell you, oh, our grandparents used to do so and so, our so and so used to do so and so, but they have graduated and they taste of the other person's culture. And yes, that's it. It was a good thing having you here with me. It's a joy, it's a pleasure to have you with me. I thank each and every one of you that come. Welcome again, and feel free to come again. Feel free to participate while we taught these subject matters, over and over again. It is time for me to close the live. Monique. I have a Monique in my family. Hi, Monique. Yes. So, thanks each and every one of you. Monique Times. Is that your name, or you just give yourself that name? Times. EIMES. Time going, time coming. Oh, okay. Right. Your friend in Africa, man, ask her about some of these tribes and so. Some of them will eat you like how the lion ripped and ate the other ones. These tribes. Yeah. So thank you very much. It is a pleasure to be here with you and you be here with me. And we share and listen to these. Yeah. We're just skimming on the top of these, but these are really, it gives some values. The sheer benefit and values and practice of a group. So they taught us and we taught them too, right? It's not that a lot of us is going to go into it, but we do it. Many of the things where cooking is concerned, we learn from some of these groups as well as they learned from us, right? Because I was looking at yesterday, they were showing ancient Egypt and their cooking tools. And believe me, as they said, that one was the pizza thing that used to make and push the pizza in and get it out, a pizza can, and it's from Egypt. There is a lot of things that we use and we practice today. It's coming straight out of Egypt. It started in Egypt first. Bombing the dead came straight from Egypt first. That's where they bombed first. But next time, as we learn about the other countries, as we learn about what we know and what we take away from them and what they can take away from us, because there are things we took away from them. We practice it, yes, and all these things. So, thank you very much. It is a pleasure again. I appreciate you joining the live. First time for you, please subscribe to the live. And you're not too busy, you can pass by the live again. You're here, you're being appreciated, you're being welcome to be here. Thank you very much. Thank you. And you can have your comment in the thing. I need to have a call-in program, but time's everything. Every time I try to set it up, there's something else to deal with. So we just move on as we are here. So thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Have a good morning, have a good night. LWA, please have your, well, you should be having today some fever grass tea. Yeah, have some fever grass tea in your cup this morning. Okay? So thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you very much. It's my pleasure to continue working with you. Thank you. So please subscribe. Please touch the like icon, that thumb sticking up there. Subscribe, like, and share. God bless each and every one of you in every way. I would not say in every way possible, because there's nothing impossible where God is concerned. All things are possible through Him. Okay? So God bless your home, your family, you're going in, you're coming out, your finances, bless your pocket, bless your purse, bless your everything, your pot, bless your kitchen, bless everything. Okay? So thank you very much. Thank you. And who knows, if you are listening to me this evening, I wish you more speedy recovery. Thank you very much. I'm glad that you have been to the doctor and you are not as bad as you were. Well, you are recovering nicely. Okay? Have a good one. And remember, love yourself. No one will love you as you love yourself. No one will care for you as you care for yourself. Don't mother who? The person who loves you the best for your parent. But love. They have a saying that said, for all my mother's children, I love myself the best. So when you love yourself, you are well able to love other people. Thank you very much for being here. Thank you for your strength and your support throughout the time. God bless you.